ATF sucks. Back with another video. This one's probably gonna trigger some people, and that's okay. I'm used to it. So this guy right here, taking money from the crown, from this Ted Bundy look-alike government agent, and this former crown-loving government agent. Yep. Here comes all the criticism. But ATF sucks. He's a veteran. He fought for your freedoms. He didn't fight for my freedoms. He didn't fight for your freedom. So stop blind worshiping these freaking cocks. And I'll prove it to you. Oh, as a former U.S. Army infantry officer, I was well trained in the use of and felt very comfortable with the M16 M4 platform. Oh, so you come on to sell me your resume. Oh, I don't care about your resume. I don't care that you're an Army infantry officer. I don't care. I'm not here to get your resume. But the plot thickens. Oh, how can we as parents force our kids to live in a world where they have to be afraid of being killed at school? My daughter recently was planned to wear sneakers to school in case she needs to run, and I realized I'm lucky to still have a 14-year-old daughter. Enough is enough. There is no valid need for any civilian to own an AR. Well, let me tell you something, cock. You're a civilian, bro. And apparently, I guess you don't need an AR, so that's why you're giving them back to the government, cock. They make terrible self-defense weapons. Yep. Tell the people that lived through the LA riots that protected their businesses with AR-15s. Tell them that they made horrible self-defense weapons. Tell the U.S. Oh, you're a U.S. Army officer. You're a veteran. You served for my freedoms. You served for my freedoms. Yeah. Why do you guys have the M4 platform? If they make horrible self-defense weapons, why do you still use them? Why aren't you using M1 Grands? Why aren't you using M1A1s? Why are you still using M4s? They must work for something, Mr. Cock. They can't be safely stored in a condition that makes them available to use quickly. Well, how does the U.S. Army carry them? Huh? I know in law enforcement you carry them in cruiser condition, full 28 rounds magazine, inserted into the magazine well on a closed bolt. If you have to get engage that weapon, you pull it out of your trunk or whatever and run the bolt carrier and your live action, whatever. So, but apparently, us dumb civilians we're just too dumb. And the rounds penetrate walls, and they're not hunting rifles. I know, us fuds, that's all we do. We're just a bunch of Elmer fuds. That's all we have, just deer rifles and single-shot shotguns. My little AR is never going to be used to stand up against the government that has tanks and heavy machine guns. And God forbid someone steals them and uses them to kill more innocents. Yeah, coming from an Army officer. Gee, you think whenever we've invaded foreign countries on our wars of conquest, we haven't had collateral damage? Or whenever the Air Force comes in and bombs a place, they send in their little packages and tell people to evacuate, and then they come in and bomb these places. You don't think that we kill innocent civilians sometimes too? But now you have the moral high ground. Oh, I have the moral high ground now. Oh, I'm so morally justified to say about the 17 lives, but yet my wars of conquest that possibly killed civilians in other countries don't matter anymore. Okay? Yeah, the gun industry of today is like the cigarette industry of a few years ago. Okay, yeah, we're gonna compare cigarettes to AR-15s. Real clever. Yeah, real clever. I will no longer be a pawn to their profits. Yeah, okay, so, but you are a pawn to the military industrial complex. Okay, we're going to use more hypocrisy, but yet, now that I eliminated the hypocrisy of these guns from my house, dude, you're a walking hypocrite. A walking hypocrite. You're a cuck, man. I feel comfortable calling on our government to ban them. We need the same legislation that has been so effective in Australia. Well, I tell you what, Mr. U.S. Army officer, Mr. I fought for your freedoms, and I can have a stance on everything because I know all, Mr. Army infantry officer. Why don't you go serve the Australian Army infantry? You could be an Australian Army infantry officer then. And then you could come out and you can be a cuckleberry to that Australian government and tell their civilians that they don't need guns. Oh, that's right, yeah, because they don't have a Second Amendment. They don't have a constitutional republic form of government. Yeah, you cuck. Oh, man. I want to be part of the solution. Well, you're not, dude. You're a hypocrite. You're a walking, talking hypocrite. You've served the military-industrial complex. You've been a part of something that has killed foreign, innocent civilian lives. And then now that it serves your little cuck agenda, you're going to come out and try to take my rights away? No, no, I'm not going to blindly worship your veteran ass. It's not going to happen, dude. No, you didn't fight for anybody's freedom, and you're sure in the hell aren't fighting for my freedoms now. You're a cuck, and you Ted Bundy looking crown serving scumbag. I'm so disenchanted with you. Oh my God. You took an oath, and you took an oath, you hypocrite. Yep, government. I love government. Government loves me too. ATF sucks. I'm out of here.